Hey guys and dolls, welcome back to the Toyland. It's time for another episode of Figure Friday! Woo! And unsurprisingly, to any of you that watched the last toy haul video, we're looking at that big old pinhead I picked up. He's big. He's got to be like a 12-inch figure, I would guess. So very, very cool. I gotta say, I love the box design on this guy. This really cool open packaging here. It's got all the puzzle box faces decorating it. The bottom, this is actually the Pinhead from Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, which has one of my favorite Cenobites that isn't of the original, like Core 4, which would be Butterball, Spoke Throat, Pinhead, and Chatterer, I believe, is who I would pick as the Core 4. But then they introduced some more in subsequent movies, and on 3 we got that, I don't even know what his name is, Disc Head or something, but he's got like the CDs drove into his skull. He was pretty cool. I always liked him for some reason. The back of the box has a little bit of art. This is made by MEZCO, by the way. That's who it's made by. I was trying to think when I did the haul video. I said it was in the NECA section, but it's not made by NECA. So, pretty cool. Pretty simple box, so here you guys can read this here if you want to. Very cool. We're bringing the leader of the Cenobites into our realm with an exquisite 12-inch figure. I didn't read much of this like in store. I thought it was so cool, and then I had to have it. And yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, I won't read it now. I need to read it because I am curious what it says. But on the other side is the same thing. Pretty basic box, but very cool artwork on it. Very cool opening in the front there. I really like this for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. Yep, he's got some accessories in there, which I guess we'll take a look at shortly. So, a couple knives. He's got the puzzle box, of course, which is too cool because you can just stand there and hold the puzzle box in his hand. My dad actually has like a life-size puzzle box replica. Very cool. Yeah. That's about it for his box. Let's freaking pop this puppy open. I'm so excited. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He looks pretty killer. No pun intended. Let's see, I got him here. He's got the box in his hand, the puzzle box, and one of his demented tools there in his hand. Overall, the body is really nice. A lot of nice. Here, let me bring him in a little bit. Look at all this detail on here. Lots of nice sculpt work. And the leather suit there. Lots of details on the arms. You got the filleted flesh here. And the belly, like reverse belly button thing going on. The skin's like pulled over and reattached with the cord running through it. You got his accessories here. He's got this knife, this serrated like hook knife thing, and this knife here. And then of course the box, the puzzle box. Puzzle box is really cool, very detailed for being so tiny. Very neat little puzzle box. Just look at all the detail and work on it. Very fine. Lots of nice sculpt and detail work there in the fingers. You can see how they kind of turn a yellowish or reddish, kind of like stained with blood at the tips. Very cool. Let me refocus here. Yeah, he looks really good. I picked this guy up for $45, and I love the figure, but I don't know about for that price after opening it. Now, the articulation is limited, which I expected. It's more of a glamour piece. It's like a statue. But this entire base, this whole dress skirt type deal here, is hollow. It's like molded rubbery plastic. Like you can squeeze it, and there's an air hole where air comes out in the bottom. So he's got a big sturdy base he sits on. Not going to tip over easily. But I just feel like you guys need to be warned. For the price, almost $50 for this guy, He's really lightweight. I wish he had a little more weight to him, and I really wish they hadn't gone with a hollow plastic skirt, essentially. So he's very lightweight. But again, the detail for me kind of makes up for it. Like, look at this head. His head is amazing. The pins are all impeccably placed. Lots of fine details. The hook's there pulling his skin on the back. Very cool. Very beautiful sculpt work in the face. I went through a few of these because the paint apps that they had on them, some of them, the way the paint was applied made it look less like Doug Bradley. I think this one nailed it. I think he is spot on here. Like, this screams Doug Bradley to me. I think I picked a rather excellent one. The eyes, it was off in the shape of the mouth, or the shading and paint around the mouth that either made or broke whether or not it really looked like Doug Bradley. So yeah, like I said, I picked through a few. Also for accessories, he comes with 2 sets of hands. He comes with grip hands for both the right and the left, and he comes with these open hands for both the right and the left as well. He comes in package with these open hands attached. I gave him a closed fist over here to hold one of his weapons. The weapons all come on their own in the box. I hung them from these cords myself. The box is actually pretty firmly placed in his hand. I'm not going to take it out because I wedged it in there just right. On the box, they have him clasping it like this with both of his hands, but I wanted him to have one of his crazy tools over there, so I got it to wedge in here perfectly, and he's holding it nicely. Articulation, his head does not move. His shoulder goes all the way around, but only up that far, down to there. Kind of rolls back and rolls forward a little bit on the joint. The elbows are simple twist elbows. They don't actually bend or do much. And then, of course, the hands are articulated at the wrists. They will turn. Oh, I just knocked the cube loose. See, I shouldn't have messed with that too much. There we go. So yeah, that's it for articulation. A pretty decent shoulder swivel, just a simple elbow cut, and a swivel at the wrist. That's it, nothing in the head. So, like I said, basically set up so you can have him do a couple various positions holding the cube. Otherwise, total glamour piece, not very articulated at all. So, but he is beautiful. But again, I really wanted you guys who were considering picking this up to be aware of the very lightweight nature of this guy for his price. I think he would have been better suited at like maybe $30 or so. Just again for almost $50, he's very lightweight. He needs more mass to him, you know. Which really, they should have just filled this in, made it a big solid piece. But again, it does make for a really good base. You don't have to worry about him falling over. So, and he does look really good up on a shelf. Like I said, he's beautiful. He's pretty immaculate in his sculpting and paint, especially this one. Like I said, for the paint, I had to look through a few, but the pin placement is just awesome. Yeah, when I first took them out, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm rarely bummed out by things when I open them. And when I got this guy out of box, there was like a moment of, oh man, like, why is he so late? But I've had him on a shelf for a few days now, and I've been looking at him, and I'm pretty fond of him. I mean, if you have the cash and you're a big Hellraiser fan, I think I would definitely recommend him to you. But yeah, definitely consider what I have said if you're going to buy it. So yeah, that's it. A little impromptu review here in a not so normal spot because, again, clutter. I've mentioned that in the last couple of videos. Like, here I can show you. There's the normal spot. Cluttered. So, yeah. There he is. My pinhead I picked up last, Saturday? He is cool. Big Hellraiser fan. Yeah. I was going to get my Spawn, my TRU exclusive hamburger head version of the new Rebirth figure, but I seen this and I said, okay, Spawn, you're gonna have to wait. So yeah. Although if I had known beforehand that this guy's base was so light and he was constructed the way he was, it would have been a tough choice between picking him up or just spending that $45 on the hamburger head Spawn and like an alien or predator NECA figure or something along those lines. So yep, so be aware of his construction, but he's beautiful. I'm overall happy with him for sure. So alright, I guess that's it. Not much to say about this guy, other than how good he looks. Not much in the way of articulation. Very statue-esque. Very much so. I mean, it's basically like a collector's statue in essence, just not made out of any kind of stone or resin. It's all plastic, so. Except for the pins. The pins are actually metal. So, yeah. Pretty cool looking little thing here. Very menacing. Very brutal. I enjoy it. Like I said, the more I've been sitting here looking at him and had him on the shelf, any of my qualms with his build or construction are pretty much undone. I'm over it. So yeah, I'm getting lost. I'm just like staring at his head and I'm getting lost in it. He's such a captivating and menacing character. I absolutely love Pinhead. He's fantastic and one of the most iconic horror characters or villains or whatever you want to call him of all time. So love me some Pinhead. But yeah, alright, I'm out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. You know I do. And until next time, keep on collecting souls.